Shane in the series.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Dude. I play the character Shane. Well, for y'all that watch it, it's called Shooter Shane. Well, the name is kind of obvious. Shooter Shane. I run behind Miz, who's here, and the wise one on the show, which is Rafe. I'm somebody who's stuck on the block all day. I'm a kid that's brought up with nothing but morals and principle and loyalty, and someone who's over loyal. He's so loyal that he don't understand what's happening to him because he don't believe. I don't know how to put it. I don't want to put too much for those who didn't see. I'm sorry. You must watch the show, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm naive. I'm gonna say over loyal. I like that word better.
Hi everybody. My name is Black. I'm the plug. I'm actually the dude that lined up Rafe to get shot. Oh, sorry, I ain't seen it. But just don't hate me. It's all love. You know they kicked me out the house. That's why I asked you. All right, y'all look at it.
How you guys doing? I'm Steph. I play Ty, Granny Ty, Money and Balance. Basically, my role is it starts off and it goes through a lot of twists and turns and transitions. And if you watch the show and you pay attention to the details, you'll understand why I got that prefix on my character name. But check it out, it's really dope.
Hello everyone, once again, my name is Moses, and aside from being the writer and creator, I also play the character Rafe, who, Rafe is a very wise and seasoned mastermind who has grown up in this urban jungle and has learned a lot, but for as wise as he is, he's still very lost because he's still doing these things that he's so much better than. So Rafe is a good metaphor for a lot of people that are, from our urban streets because they have so much potential, but they can only go as far as what they know. So being that he's never been subjected to anything more than these streets, he's lost.
So, Moses, I know you said before you guys are up to like 22 million YouTube views, but it didn't always start like that. You guys started from the bottom, like you said. You never acted; it was organic. It was the first time shooting. So when you woke up that one morning and you wanted to do this, what was your motivation? What possessed you to be like, nah, I can't wait any longer. I have to start shooting this. Have to start getting it on.
Sadly to say. Well, I can't even say sadly, because if it wasn't for the struggles that I've been through, I would not be who I am today. And growing up where I grew up, I have a lot of people who are around me who, from the outside looking in, because of the things they've done, people looked at them like they were so ruthless. But the truth is, being that I knew them on a more personal level, they were the people that I knew that had the biggest hearts and who were the most loving. And I've always had this yearning within me to try to make the world understand these people and to try to understand that when someone has a huge heart and they care more than others, then they're willing to go to a further extent. And especially when they don't have much at their disposal, and they have a family or they have kids, and it's like, before I let my kids starve, I will do whatever it takes. And unfortunately, this is where they grew up, and this is what they know, and this is what is at their access. And it's not, it's not a justification at all. It's just that every evening, we watch the news and we see the what, but we never know the why. So this was my effort to allow the world to get to know a group of people that under normal circumstances they would cross the street to avoid.
You guys keep the mic. I'll be loud as I can. So obviously, Money and Violence, just the title alone says a lot. You know, in America, in hip hop, those are two things that really drive the music right now. You know, popular music, we can't lie. In rap, trap music is what's popular right now. We want to hear about people selling drugs, about sex, about, you know, partying all night. But there's underlying themes in trap music and money and violence. And I know you said before, you know, the name is just kind of like bait to bring people in. Obviously, like, or is that incorrect?
The funny thing is, I could have did a web series about a Fortune 500 company and called it Money and Violence. You know, money and violence is actually what America lives by. You know, it's the two things that people respect. Unfortunately, if you think about it, if America wants something from a country, either they pump them with aid, which is money, or they go in and use their military to take it, which is violence. Aside from that, I also strongly believe that a man's character is judged by how he treats those that can do nothing to him or for him. Those that can do something to him represent violence, and those that can do something for him represent money. So, the title Money and Violence itself was just me breaking down America, but in a basic sense, and showing you how, whether it's the corporate world or whether it's the streets, it's the same thing. You know, there's a scene where my character Rafe, there's another young man who wasn't able to make it today. His character's name is Kane. And Kane is a guy who came up sheltered by the menacing reputation of his older brother, and his older brother never wanted him to have anything to do with the streets. But after a while, you know, he has a child, he loses his job, he can't find another one, he can hardly afford to take care of himself or his child, and on top of that, he has his daughter's mother who uses his child as a pawn and will not let him see his child unless he gives her money. So because of that, now his back is against the wall. He comes to Rafe and he's like, I need an opportunity. And Rafe's like, this life is not for you, you know. Eventually, he gets himself in, but at one point, they go on a job, and the next day, you know, Kane is like, I can't believe what we did yesterday. And he's like, okay, don't judge me by my extreme. The truth is, you would work 10 jobs to feed your child, correct? And he's like, yes. And he's like, well, I'd pull 10 jobs to feed mine. You know, I don't label you as weak, so don't label me as wrong. We're both using two different formulas to get the same answer.
And like you said, you could have, you know, made a show about a Fortune 500 company.
But still
based
the
on the
whole
same things,
money
right?
and violence, you know, because the truth is, like, all of the characters on Money and Violence are totally different from each other. You understand? You got the grimy Todd, who's a snake. You got no, I'm serious. You got his character on the show. Not Steph, Todd. You got grimy Todd, who's a snake. You got the plug black, who all he cares about is money. You got Shooter Shane, who's the regular kid on the block trying to get by. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, whether it was on the block or whether it was in a corporate office, you deal with all of these characters. You deal with all of these characters, you know what I mean?
I think that's really like one of the biggest reasons why the show, you know, it touches people from all walks of life.
Exactly.
You don't gotta be a hustler, you could be, you know, a regular guy 9 to 5. But you deal with these circumstances, you deal with decisions, good and evil are always there, whether you're on the block or you're at a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, you know, we have these messages that we implant in the show. Sometimes people ask, they're like, you don't think that Money and Violence glorifies that type of life, that it glorifies violence? And I'm like, do you watch the show? Do you pay attention? Everyone on the show is miserable. The only happy person on the show is